You feel that paralysis staring at a blank screen, wondering where to begin with financial education? You are not alone in feeling overwhelmed by conflicting advice and endless theories. The real problem is not a lack of knowledge, it is treating learning as passive consumption instead of an active construction project for your life. Today, we reframe this entire journey from reading books to building a functional system you can deploy immediately. We will move past the confusion about where to start and establish a clear, sequential action plan that turns abstract concepts into concrete household decisions. The most critical insight here is shifting your definition of financial education entirely. Most people believe learning finance means memorizing investment terms or understanding complex economic cycles before they do anything else. This approach leads directly to analysis paralysis because it asks you to learn the map before ever leaving home. True financial capability is not about what you know in a vacuum. It is about the active ability to execute specific decisions under pressure. You must treat your budgeting process as the primary deployment pipeline for your income, rather than just a math exercise or a guilt trip. Until you can track every dollar and understand its impact on your hourly wage, no investment strategy will matter because there is no foundation to support it. This distinction between financial literacy, which is pure knowledge, and financial capability, which is the application of that knowledge, is vital for anyone starting out. You cannot build a skyscraper without first pouring concrete. Similarly, you cannot invest effectively until your daily cash flow is stable. The evidence strongly supports reframing this process as a sequential action plan where operational stability precedes growth strategies. Before you worry about stock picks or retirement accounts, you must establish the safety net that allows you to survive unexpected shocks without derailing your progress. This means creating an emergency fund covering 6 months of expenses before considering any investment vehicles at all. Quick resource note. I keep a curated set of Amazon search links in the description for books, gear, and tools relevant to this channel's topics. Some are affiliate links, so I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Please consider supporting the channel by using those links if you find something useful. Think of this requirement as system redundancy in a critical infrastructure project. If you attempt high-risk deployments like investing while your personal finances are fragile, one unexpected event can wipe out years of potential gains. A single car repair or medical bill should never force you into debt if the architecture is built correctly from day one. This operational foundation must be paired with immediate budgeting where users categorize expenses into fixed costs, necessary variable items, and discretionary spending buckets to live within their means. By distinguishing between these categories, you gain visibility into how your money flows out of your hands every single month. Once the safety net is in place through that 6-month emergency fund mandate, we must address the psychological barriers that often derail even the best-laid plans. A significant challenge complicating this angle is the emotional drivers like greed and fear, which frequently undermine theoretical knowledge during market volatility or life stressors. It does not matter how many books you read if your behavior changes when you see a number drop in red on a screen. This behavioral gap explains why so many people abandon their financial plans precisely when they need them most, leading to the cycle of starting over and never completing the journey. To overcome this paralysis, we apply scenario planning, which effectively treats your future priorities as requirements, specifications, before attempting any implementation tools or investment strategies. Instead of trying to guess what you want in 10 years, you envision specific future scenarios where you have more control and less anxiety about money. This process breaks the gridlock by giving you a clear target rather than an abstract goal like save for retirement. When you define exactly how much security you need versus how much risk you can tolerate, you create a personal constitution that guides your decisions when emotions run high. This approach prioritizes establishing a safety net as a non-negotiable architectural prerequisite because it mirrors the need for system redundancy before attempting complex operations. Without this buffer, every financial decision becomes reactive rather than proactive, forcing you to make choices based on immediate panic instead of long-term logic. The goal is to move from being overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information available online to having a specific sequence of actions that builds confidence with each completed step. Practitioners emphasize that distinguishing between knowing what to do and actually doing it is the core differentiator for success in personal finance. Students and beginners must master tracking every dollar first because this habit reveals the true cost of your lifestyle choices. Understanding how much time you work to earn a specific amount allows you to make calculated trade-offs about spending versus saving that theoretical knowledge alone cannot provide. This active engagement transforms money from an abstract concept into a tangible tool for designing the life you actually want to live. The path forward is not about finding the perfect investment or waiting until you have more time to learn. It is about starting with the most fundamental requirement of stability and building outward from there in a logical sequence. By treating financial education as a series of executable steps rather than a mountain of theory, you remove the fear that comes from not knowing where to begin. You shift your focus from what you do not know yet to exactly what you can control right now with the resources you already have available today. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.